Hello everyone, welcome to our first official video on gun reviews on filter firearms. Today we're going to be reviewing the Sig P320 in multiple configurations, the general feel of the firearm, and the purpose that it's supposed to fill. The Sig P320 is a pretty standard nowadays, polymer framed, stainless steel, double stack firearm platform, in which you can switch it out for multiple grip modules, and it can fill multiple different roles depending upon how you set your rig up. This is the first gun to truly have a modular handgun design. What this means is that the only serialized part in the eyes of the ATF is this part right here, where they have a window cut in the grip module. That is the only trigger part, is the only part that is serialized. Therefore, you can switch grip frames, unlike Glocks, or you have to, do a polymer 80 or something like that if you want to change a grip module. If you mess up the grip, then you have to buy a whole new gun. With this, grip modules are anywhere between $35 and $85 depending upon what configuration you get. And then this is what it looks like when you get a grip module. They only weigh a couple ounces because they're made out of polymer, and you can just drop the grip, the serialized part into here, throw your slide on depending upon if you have a full, compact, or carry size, and then you essentially have an entirely new gun, and that gun can fill an entirely new role. So for a lot cheaper, you can truly customize your handgun without having to go to a custom gun shop or having to mill anything like that. It's pretty interesting. General feel of the firearm, depending upon what you get, this is the standard compact model because I'm pretty young. I have average sized hands. It fits pretty well in the hand. You got front slide serrations. The trigger in this gun is actually really nice out of the box. It's a 90-degree, it breaks at 90 degrees, so it's exactly parallel, and rather than a Glock which is behind 90 degrees, and then it just take up, break, resets pretty good, and then there you go. We have this switched out just for this trigger shoe is an Apex trigger shoe, but the general spring and kit for the trigger is about 5 pounds. I actually really enjoy the trigger on this gun. The stock sights that come with it are 3-dot sights, and depending upon what model you can get everything from the Sig Sauer X-ray sights for the 320X carry now. The M17, I believe, comes with 3-dot night sights, but you can switch them out, True Glow, Trijicon, all the general aftermarket sights. I do enjoy the fiber optic tritium sights from True Glow a lot more than the stock sights. And then with the multiple different models that Sig has come out with, there are so many different models, the M17, the X Carry, X Compact, the X5, all the different X5 series. There's so much to choose from, and they're all pretty affordable. This actually started its life off as a general full-size 320, and then we switched the grip module out for the X5 grip module, and we have been extremely happy with it. The only downside to this is that the normal 320 grip frame will take the stock 17 round mags that go in just fine. They feed perfectly. We've had very few issues with it, but with the X5 grip module, because it doesn't have the extended base plate, you can put it in there, but it won't catch. You have to put your thumb back here to pull it out, and it doesn't feed. We've had probably 1 out of 10 times it fed. So you do need to run these 21 round mags, specifically made for the competition pistols. It extends pretty far, feeds just fine. Flared mag well works great. The claim to fame with 320 really is just modularity. It's a reliable, it's not a Glock killer. It doesn't fill the same role in Glock in my opinion, because Glocks, you buy it, and then if you want to do anything to it, you got to send it and get it stippled or milled, CNC machined, whatever you want to say. This gun you can truly fit to your own personal needs. If you want a race gun, you can buy a full size, get a new trigger, you can get a new grip, you can get new sights, you can get a whole new slide. Or with Sig's new tungsten alloy, these grip frames only weigh a couple ounces, but with the tungsten powder mixed in, they weigh almost a pound, weighing in more than the PPQ steel frame that Walther came out with. So you can truly force this into a race gun roll, even if you buy it stock as a full-size 320. I don't think it's a Glock killer. I think it's in a category in its own to where you can swap it out for whatever you want. You know, it's okay stippling. It doesn't shine in any particular category. It really is a jack of all trades. I've shot competitions with this gun. I've shot just shooting around for fun. Accuracy's okay, but I mean, I really think modularity is the true claim to fame with the 320. I mean, that's just the idea behind it. That's the whole reason it won the contract. It also lowballed Glock, but we aren't going to talk about that. But really, it is modularity that it shines truly, and there's no other firearm platform besides, you know, rifles and things like that. The only pistol that can ever compare to this is the Sig 320, because the modularity just isn't there for any other platform. One more thing, the major elephant in the room that I forgot to talk about was the drop test failure of the 320. When it first came out, it had a heavier trigger shoe, and because the grip module and slide and the trigger assembly are completely different entities, if you dropped it at just the right angle and it landed like this, the inertia from the trigger assembly would keep going and it would pull the trigger and go off. There was actually a case where Dallas Cobb dropped it and it shot him in the leg. So it was a dangerous problem, it failed that, and no one really knew what to do. Sig had an optional recall that many people didn't take advantage of. But if you get a new trigger shoe or you buy a new 320, that problem has been resolved. But if you do have an old 320 with the old trigger shoe, I highly recommend sending it in or getting a new trigger, so that way you don't ever have to worry about shooting yourself in the leg via dropping it. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Filter Firearms. We will link our website and email down below. If you guys have any comments or recommendations for future content, go ahead and shoot us a message on any of our platforms. We look forward to giving more reviews in the future. Thank you very much.